Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy Good Friday. I'm just here at the shop waiting for some people to show up. I think I might be getting blown off again, but so I figured I'd continue on some leather work. And this is something I've been working on. A customer contacted me about making them a knife sheath for this knife, and we're in the preliminary stages of it. I got the basic thing, this is just glued right now with rubber cement. I did the preliminary dyeing. They wanted it black. I would prefer brown, but hey, it's not my choice. So I did the preliminary dyeing front and back. And then you can see, and I wanted to show you this because it is a work in progress, and I want you to see all the layers of leather, the way the belt loop comes down and it comes down in here and gets sandwiched. Okay. This, if I can get what's going on here? I can't get there we go. That'd be better yet if I do this. Maybe. Alright, there we go. So this is the bottom piece, right? And this is the belt loop goes around, sorry about that, focus, and goes down into here. This piece here is what they call the welt, right? And then this is the top piece. The welt goes all the way around. Now you see this is kind of rough just yet, and it goes all the way down, and it continues on even to, of course, the other side's the same way. Okay. The reason I want to show you this, and then you can see I scribed a very light line here, right? These things you see here, these imperfections, these are from the clamps that I use to keep everything tight while I let the glue dry overnight. And I also wanted to show you this. See how this is real rough like that, and it's not matching up. You leave it like that, and then you do the stitching, and then afterwards you go back and trim that up. Okay, you want to get that all trimmed up all the way around and get this little sort of a rough right there, get that smoothed off. I normally use a combination of a razor, like a razor knife, and if I have to, even a Dremel tool to get everything smoothed down real nice and uniform. So that's where we're at with it right now, and I'm gonna jump on the famous massive Cowboy 4500 to get this all stitched up, because believe me, this ain't nothing for a cowboy. Alright, I'll catch you in a bit. Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm back. It's actually a couple days later. I went to sew this, and I can show you this. I started here, and it sewed flawlessly all the way to there. You can see that's where I had problems. Okay, that was for me spinning this thing. I got the whole machine locked up. I don't know what happened. I got it fixed. Something weird. I don't know. It was probably a jam somewhere, as in like a big rat's nest in the bobbin and whatever. But so I finally got it sorted out, and I got the rest of it stitched, and it's a pretty good job, because you really can't see until I get real close that I backed up. Let's see, right there, that stitch, because I stitched down to here originally, and I started back here again, and I overstitched those few stitches to lock everything in, and the rest just went fine. Not a problem. Even down when you flip this thing over, it looks just as good on the back. Okay, and the knife fits absolutely perfectly. So that's cool. So, but it's still real rough, like I was showing you before. I have to, get all that, and we'll be getting into a lot of that here shortly. I told you before, I usually use like a razor knife. If I get this thing open. That's what I'll be starting with, especially on this part right here. And then I'll be moving on to the Dremel tool and starting to get everything all nice and finished looking. Okay, be with you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm back. So I got it all See, I'm down to the bare leather. And it's all, you can see, start to see all the layers. But it's all nice and even, smooth. Okay. And we're far from over, but it's starting to come along pretty nicely here. So that was cool. That was a combination of, like I said, a razor and Dremel. Dremel did most of the work. And I still have to do a bunch more finishing, and then start dyeing the edges and do some buffing and all kinds of different edge work and everything. And we'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, back again. Just wanted to show you guys something real quick. So I started really smoothing these edges down, but I want to show you. So we have, I'm going to see if you can't, wait a minute, let me see something here. Sorry. See how you run and the fibers lay down? If you go this way, the fibers stand up. Okay? That is the whole concept behind edge slicking. And I haven't done this side yet, but I wanted to show you something. Alright? So here's unfinished, right? And then this side is finished. I did all that edge slicking. This is totally smooth. And then I put the dye on. There's some debate, oh sorry about the shadows. There's some debate as if you should put that dye on before or after you slick the edges. Now, I happen to be using a penetrating dye, so I figured it's okay for me to put the dye on after. But I'm actually going to do this side. I think I'm going to put the dye on first, and then the tip here, and then see if there's much of a difference. So, be back with you. Alright guys, I'm back, and I think you're going to wrap this up here. So, yeah, I got it down. You can see how that's looking nice and shiny and smooth, almost mirror-like, you know. Did some elbow grease on it, and yeah, came out really nice. I did a little bit of buffing and polishing on the outsides here, even both the front and the back, so it's nice and shiny. Did some buffing, and that's about it. Like I said, the knife fits like an absolute glove in here. See if I can't. I don't think I can do it with one hand. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. But yeah, fits like a glove. Like it's meant to be there. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put probably just right here somewhere on the, kind of like this one, retention, you know. I was going to do one kind of like this, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but that's going to be the last part of it. And yeah, so yeah, because I think this is going to be more for display. I don't think he's going to be, you know, going out in the woods with this thing on his belt. So I'm not overly worried about it, but I do want to put something on there, you know, for just in case. But so yeah, pretty cool. Like the way it came out. I think it's pretty neat. And all right, talk to you guys later.